Hi friends, welcome to Time to Learn TNPSC. இன்னைக்கு நம்ம பார்க்க போகிற சாப்டர் என்னன்னா Our Environment from 6th Standard Term 3 Part 1. Introduction. The surroundings or space in which a person, animal or plant lives is known as an environment. Environment is everything that is surrounded us. It can have both living, biotic and non-living things, abiotic. Abiotic factor or non-living parts such as sunlight, air, water and minerals in soil. Biotic factors are living things of our environment such as plants, animals, bacteria and more. Organisms live, constantly interact with one another and adapt themselves to condition to their environment. The ecosystem. Ecosystem is a community of living and non-living things that work together. Each part of an ecosystem has a role to play. Any changes in the environment such as increased temperature or heavy rains can have a big impact on an ecosystem. Ecosystems can be either natural or artificial. Types of ecosystem. Ecosystem divided into natural ecosystem and artificial ecosystem. Natural ecosystem divided into terrestrial ecosystem, example forest. Aquatic ecosystem, example pond. Artificial ecosystem divided into two, terrestrial ecosystem, example garden. Aquatic ecosystem, example aquarium. Components of an ecosystem. Biotic components include all the living components, example plant, animal and human beings. Abiotic components include all the non-living components. They divide into two, physical factors and adapic factors. Physical factors. Under physical factors we have light, temperature, wind, humidity. Adapic factors: water in soil, air in soil, organic matter in soil. Pond ecosystem. Natural ecosystem. Ecosystem originated without human intervention is called a natural ecosystem. This can be an aquatic ecosystem or a terrestrial ecosystem. The ecosystem in water is called aquatic ecosystem. Sea, river, lake, pond and puddle are some examples of natural aquatic ecosystem. Ecosystem outside the water body and on land are called terrestrial ecosystem. Forest, mountain region, desert, etc. are examples of natural terrestrial ecosystems. Artificial ecosystem. நம்மளா create பண்றது வந்து artificial ecosystem. Artificial ecosystems are created and maintained by human. They have some of the characteristics of natural ecosystems. There are some major simpler than the natural ecosystems. This can be the terrestrial ecosystems such as paddy fields, gardens, etc. or the aquatic ecosystem such as fish tank. Aquarium. Aquarium is a place in which fish and other water creatures and plants are maintained. An aquarium can be a small tank or a large building with one or more large tanks. Terrarium. Terrarium is a place in which live terrestrial animals and plants are kept. Plants and animals are kept in a terrarium with controlled conditions that copy their natural environment. Aquarium and terrariums are used to observe animals and plants more closely. They are used for decorations. Food chain and food web. Living organisms need food to perform their life processes. Some organisms can produce their own food such as plants, while other organisms do this and need to feed on their organisms to obtain their energy. We can therefore identify different feeding types in an ecosystem based on how the organisms obtain its food. They are producers and consumers. Producers. Producers are organisms that are able to produce their own organic food. They do not need to eat other organisms to do this. Producers are also called autotrophs. Plants are producers because they make their own food by photosynthesis. தானே தனக்கு தேவையானதை ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணிக்கிறதுக்கு பேர் தான் producers. Consumers. Organisms which cannot produce their own food need to eat other organisms as food. These organisms are called as consumers. All animals are consumers as they cannot produce their own food. Consumers are called heterotrophs. There are many types of consumers and we can classify them into specific groups depending on the food that they consume. These are Herbivorous animals which eat plants or plants products. Example cattle, deer, goat, and rat. Carnivores animals that eat other animals. Example lion, tiger, frog, and owl. Omnivores animals that eat both plants and animals. Example human, dog, and crow. Decomposers microorganisms that obtain energy from the chemical breakdown of dead organisms, both plants and animals. They break complex organic substance into simple organic substances that goes into the soil and are used by plants. Example bacterium and fungi. Food chain. In a forest, deer eats grass, and in turn we know tiger eat deer. In an ecosystem, there is a chain-like relationship between the organisms that live there. The sequence of who eats whom in an ecosystem is called as food chain. Describes how organisms get energy and nutrients by eating other organisms. A food chain shows the relationship between producers, example grass, and consumer, example deer, goats, cow, and tiger. Example food chain in a terrestrial ecosystem: grassland, plants, deer, tiger. Deer eats plants, tiger eats deer. Food chain in an aquatic lake ecosystem: aquatic plants, aquatic insect, larvae, and fish. Energy flow. The food chain begins with the energy given by the sun. Sunlight triggers photosynthesis in plants. The energy from the sun is stored in the plant pots. When the grasshopper eats the grass, the energy flows from grass to grasshopper. Frog eats energy by eating grasshopper. This energy is transferred to a crow. When the frog is eaten by a crow, thus we conclude the primary energy production in the world of living things is made by plants, that is by photosynthesis. The microorganism reduce the excreta and the dead bodies of animals into primary simple components and puts them back into the soil. It is the material that helps the plants to grow. Thus we can see that there is a cycle of materials from primary producers to highest level predators, then back to soil. Producer, sun. Primary consumer, herbivores. Secondary consumer, carnivores. Tertiary consumer, omnivores. Water, nutrients, decomposer, energy flow. Trophic levels. We see that the energy is passed along from the producer to the consumer, but there are three different consumers in any food chain. How can we distinguish different consumers? Animals that eat plants are primary consumers. Animals that eat primary consumers are called secondary consumers. Animals that eat the secondary consumers, mostly predators, are the tertiary consumers. There may be even be large predators that eat tertiary consumers. They are called as quaternary consumers. Each of these levels in the food chain is called a trophic level. Organisms use up to 90% of its food energy for its life processes. Only about 10% of energy goes into new body cells and will be available to the next animal when it gets eaten. This loss of energy at each trophic level can be showed by an energy pyramid. Quaternary consumer, tertiary consumer, secondary consumer, primary consumer, and producer. Producer to primary consumer, then secondary consumer, then tertiary consumer, then quaternary consumer. Importance of food chain. Learning food chain helps us to understand the feeding relationship and interaction between organisms in any ecosystem. Understanding the food chain also helps us to appreciate the energy flow and nutrient circulation in an ecosystem. This is important because pollution impacts the ecosystem. The food chain can be used to understand the movement of toxic substances and their impacts. Food web. Consumers have different sources of food in an ecosystem and do not rely on only one species for their food. If we put all the food chain within an ecosystem together, then we end up with many interconnected food chains. This is called a food web. A food web is very useful to show the many different feeding relationships between different species with an ecosystem. Food web. Thank you.